Bring the horns in. We going all
We
in.
were determined to stop what was going on. We wrote a letter to Oswald effectively demanding that changes be made. Oswald promised to come in and see us and talk to the population over the phone. He came to Attica. This is prior to the September 9th. Came to Attica and met with the guards and the warden and left without saying anything except, that he was going to look into our demands or our requests or whatever. So we were total bullshit. In other words, what we were told from the guards was they scared the shit out of him when he came into Attica. Oswald, he came in, and they literally bulldozed him and chased him out of Attica. The commissioner, believe it, really, that's the way they said it happened. I didn't see it, but that's what the guards were all bragging about. That Oswald came to try to change shit in Attica, and the warden and the guards made it clear that he wasn't going to change anything there. That was their domain, and that was that. So from that point on, it was a tinderbox there in Attica. We couldn't get any redress by writing a letter and a petition, and the commissioner himself was bulldozed and scared to death to do anything about Attica. And the first excuse, if you want to call it that, or the first outrage following this Oswald debacle with him coming and not talking to the inmates and addressing our concerns. That's what happened on September 9th. It wasn't, that particular day wasn't picked, but that we were going to resist and stop and not live with this any longer. That was a determined fact from all the inmates, black, white, Spanish, Asian, it didn't matter. We were all, this was beyond the pale. We weren't going to live this way anymore. L.D. Clark said it all. We weren't going to, live on our, live as dogs, as animals. We were human beings. And we demanded to be treated as such. And then that morning, I'm going to get right into it, so we don't have to. So you get the interview that I think you probably want. The morning of the September 9th, right after breakfast, or while breakfast was going on, or right after it, I was sleeping in my cell right by the office in C Block, which is a few cells away from the office's office, which is a locked-in cage. And I hear a lot of commotion going on, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell's waking me up here, right? So I stick my head out the door, and I see the office surrounded by inmates, and the guards inside, and people screaming and running around. I wake up, I see that this was all going on. And I got dressed, obviously, came out, and I got along good with the officers there in C Block. When I say I got along good, I worked for them. I was effectively their slave, their houseboy, the guy that they would send on runs and messengers and things like that. So I had some sympathy. It looked like they were in trouble. They were scared to death. They were locked inside the office, the little cage. And I came out and I saw what was going on, and I tried to, be diplomatic and I even tried to talk them out of there. Come on out, don't worry, we'll see, I don't know. And what did I actually say? Well, I said, come out. Don't be afraid, but I really wasn't in control at that point. But when they wouldn't come out, they refused to come out. One of the inmates there went and got a acetylene torch and cut the lock to their office. So that's how they got into the office, and that's how they got the guards out of that particular office.
Bring the horns in. We going all in.